Hello students, I am Prabhat Dubey from LPM Public School Gola, and we were discussing this chapter of your English literature, that is chocolate cream soldier. And we have seen that the two persons who were in communication on the topic of the war that was going on between Serbia and Bulgaria. One was Rainer Petkov and the one was Captain Bernsley. And we have seen that they were discussing about the techniques of war and the unprofessional approach of Captain Bernsley because he was carrying chocolate at the place of arms and ammunition during war, and he was trying to justify his stand. But Rena Petkov was also smart enough to elaborate all the techniques and all the preparations that are needed for a soldier if he is going to take the opponent during a war. So we will continue from where we left yesterday. We have seen that Bluntschli was narrating the scene when the first attack by the cavalry is done, and he compared it with a demonstration of throwing of peas, how if the peas are reflected from the wall, he compared it to the charging cavalry. Now, Rana, her eyes dilating as she raises her clasped hand, ecstatically, yeah, first one, the bravest of the brave. Rana responded to the elaboration that was done by Captain Brinsley. She told that the first one who goes to face the army of the opponent is the bravest of all. But Bluntschli is negating that point. He is saying that they are just projectiles. They are just used in the war by the person who is leading the army. They are just in the army for their profession. They are not interested in the war. They don't care about the impact of the war. What will be the end result? They are there just to earn their livelihood. But that is not the real approach. If you are going to appear in any type of project, any type of task that is given to you, you should be interested in that work, and the end result should matter for you. Then only you can keep your interest go on in that project or that any type of assignment that is given to you. But here the case is different. Captain Bluntschli himself is not interested. He is just for the sake of earning his livelihood. Now he is saying that you should see the poor devil pulling at his horse. Raina, why should he pull at his horse? He is saying that he wants to escape from the charge. He is pulling at his horse. But Raina is contradicting that point. She is saying that if the person is leading the cavalry, there is no doubt about that, he is a brave soldier. Now Bluntschli is trying to defend him. He is saying that impatient of so stupid a question, it's running away with him, of course. Do you suppose the fellow wants to get there before the others and be killed? He is saying that, do you think that that fellow who is the first person who is going to face the opponent is a fool? He knows how dangerous it is to face the army single-handedly. They should charge in a group, but he is at the front end because he is not able to control his horse. The pace of horse is not matching with the others. That's why he is at the first. There is no braveness in it at all. You can tell the young ones by their wildness and their slashing. The old ones come bunched up under the number one guard. They know that they are mere projectiles, and that's no use trying to fight. The wounds are mostly broken knees from the horses cannoning together. He is saying that only the young soldiers use the techniques and engrossed in war, the elder ones are just used as a projectile. They are just there to show number. They are just protecting themselves. They are not taking any interest in the war, and they are wounded. There is no lethal blow, only some fractures and some small wounds are there. The young ones are killed in the war. But I don't believe the first man is a coward. I know he is a hero. Now Raina is again contradicting that even he can accept, even she can accept all the things that is elaborated by Captain Brinsley, but she is not ready to accept that the person who is at the front is not brave, and he is by chance at the front. He is fearless. That's why he is at the front row. Now Brinsley is saying that good humoredly, that's why you have said, if you had seen the first man in the charge today, Raina breathlessly forgiving him everything. Ah, I knew it. Tell me about him. Now Brinsley is asking that, do you know, can you recognize the person who was at the front of the cavalry that charged today during the war? Raina is saying, yes, I knew. Ah, I knew it. She is saying in exclamation. She she loved to know the person. That's why she is saying. She is asking, tell me who that person was who was leading the cavalry today. Brunsley, he did it like an operating tenor, a regular handsome fellow with flashing eyes and lovely moustache, shouting his war cry and charging like Don Quixote at the windmill. We did laugh. Now Brunsley is introducing Raina Petkov about the person who was leading the cavalry today, and he is saying that he was working like an administrator. He is acting like a leader of the group, and the appearance is very good of that person. He is handsome, eyes are very flashing, bright eyes, and moustache is very good, lovely face with all types of attractions of manhood. Shouting his war cry, and he was shouting, he was motivating the army to charge with fearless approach. And he is comparing the person with Don Quixote at the windmill. Don Quixote was a well-known name in the ancient time, who was a great warrior. So he is comparing that man with the great fearless fighter Don Quixote. Raina, you dare to laugh, and Bluntschli was laughing when he was comparing that person with Don Quixote. But Raina didn't like laughing off Bluntschli when he was explaining the fearlessness of any soldier. Raina saying, you dare to laugh. Can you have the courage to laugh on a soldier who is ready to sacrifice his life for the sake of his motherland? It is not good. That is told by Raina Petkov. Bluntschli, yes, but when the sergeant ran up as white as a sheet and told us they had sent us the wrong ammunition and that we couldn't fire around for the next 10 minutes, we laughed at the other side of our mouth. Now Bluntschli is saying that the arms and ammunition that was provided to his army today was not in good condition. They were not able to be used in a war. There was some fault in that. They were not able to fire a single round from that ammunition, and that was making them at unease. Because if you are at war, proper type of arms and ammunition should be provided to you. If you are going to war and the ammunition misfires, then there is surety of your death. You will not be able to solve the purpose for what you are sent to the war. So this is a very hilarious situation. I never felt so sick in my life, though I have been in one or two very tight places, and I hadn't even a revolver cartridge, only chocolate. We had no bayonets, nothing of course. They just cut us to bits, and there was Don Quixote flourishing like a drum major, thinking he had done the cleverest thing ever known, whereas he ought to be court-martialed. And now he is saying that for this act of sending wrong type of ammunitions, the leader who was supplying us, the man who was given this responsibility of supplying arms and ammunition to the army, should be hanged to death, should be court-martialed according to the law of military. Because it was a very tough situation for an army to face the opponent in the battle without any arms and ammunition. It is a heinous crime, you must say. And the situation was very tense. A lot of casualty resulted due to this fault in the supply chain of arms and ammunition. Okay, we are leaving till here, and tomorrow we will continue the next. And tomorrow we will end this chapter. Okay, thanks.